My neighbor called 3 or 4 days ago and said, "Hey, will you come do a disking job for me?" And he said, he didn't say that. He said, "How much would you charge me to come disc a spot for me?" That's exactly what he said. So I was like, "Well, how big a spot is it?" And he was like, "Well, it's probably just one pass, 5 foot wide, probably 50 foot long ish, right?" So I said, "Don't worry about it, dude. He's literally just across the street. It's going to take longer probably to hook up the disc than it is to actually do the job." But with that being said, we're going to see if his dimensions, if his measurements are 5 by 50 or whatever. Or, now if they're 8 by 60, okay, I'll give him a pass. But if it's, 25 by 200, now we got a problem, right? But anyway, so we're just going to, in this video, we're going to see exactly how good my neighbor is at eyeballing measurements for places to get disc. We'll take the Catawba Attachments Cultipacker off the 574, the TYM 574, and get it set off. We'll get the disc put on it, and we'll just go across the street and see what's up. Let's see how many hours on here. Oh, come on. Come on. That battery's so weak, but it is the original battery. Okay. So we're not going to take the 574. Well, I tell you what, we will jump it off because I want to take the 574, not the 754, not Elon. So let me go get a jump pack. I'll jump this off. We'll hook the disc up to it. Actually, you know what? No, dude. For some reason, I thought the bat wing was still on the 754. Let's go get the 754 hooked up to it, and then we'll be on our way. There you go. You know what I mean? Camo. Yeah, at some point, I'm going to have to buy a new battery for that 574, which I've had it for, how long I've had that thing? Some of you have been watching a long time. No, 22? Yeah, I think I got it January 22, somewhere around in there. And this video is March of 26. So 4 years, which is, about standard for an issued battery, I guess, an OEM battery. All right, let's get the disc hooked up. You want to? 136 even, 1360 on the clock. For those of you keeping score at home, it'd be nice if I used the right lever. All right, here we go. Yeah, good thing. Look at that. The Lord blessed me with not having an implement hooked up on it already. So this is the Brown 6-foot disc. I love this thing. It's awesome. I made a video about it. I think I get $3,700 for it, something like that. But it's a fantastic disc. All right, get her lifted up here and get the got to get that locked into place over on that side. This one's locked in. Gotta get that one there. A couple different ways you can skin that cat, but we'll just go over here and see if I can't do it by hand. There you go. Easy cheesy. Now I'll wait. He's in church, so I just got home from church. So he's supposed to call me when he gets home from church. But we are ready, Freddy. How did Elvis Presley say it? Ready, set, go, man, go. I got a girl tonight. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll quit. Please don't unsubscribe. All right, here we go. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, get some work done. But when we get over there, we'll ask him, show us where it's at, show us what he wants us to do, and then we'll time how long it takes me to actually do the job. You know what I mean? But he'll call me here in a minute. Well, he didn't answer his phone. Maybe he'll call me back. Okay. Well, we're not doing it today. He just called me. I was outside the tractor, and he's a boat captain by trade. And so he was like, man, I had a trolling motor go out on my boat. So I'm down here trying to fix it because I got a trip tomorrow with some clients, which is, very understandable. And, I only really had a solid hour to work today before I go film another video. So we're doing a turkey hunting video on my other channel. And my granddaughter will be here in about an hour-ish. That don't matter to you guys. You don't care, but just give you a little backstory is what I'm trying to do for you. Anyway, so we'll finish this video when he gets good and ready. Come on. So I went over last night. This is day 2, by the way. Went over last night and looked at the spot that I've got the disc up. And indeed, it is very small. So there's 2 passes, a pass down and a pass up. Or pass up and then pass down, or pass left, pass right, east, west, north, south. You get the picture, right? 2 passes, right, down and up. And so we'll get that taken care of. But he does have a feeder pole that he asked me to pull out of the ground. So the squirrels is like a gravity fed type feeder pole. So I'm gonna grab a chain and we are going to just wrap it around the pallet forks and pull that out of the ground, set it off to the side for them, and call it good. There's some giant chains there. Let me see if I can. I got a small chain in my 574 that'll probably work just perfect for that. My 574's got this ITC combo box on it with a toolbox, and I can replace that with a chainsaw carrier, and that works great. But I got it, yeah. That little chain right there will do everything I need it to do right there. Then I'll come put it back because I like carrying. I really should have another one of these. A small chain is really, really good for just odd and end type stuff, right? And if a video that I just posted recently was putting chains on the bucket, putting bucket hooks on the bucket of the 754, and I've got the pallet forks on it, so I know you get a chance to use my new bucket hooks. There'll be opportunities, won't they? You guys doing all right today? I had a good night last night. I just want to make sure you guys had a good night too. I have to tell you about that time I took my preacher deer hunting. He'd never been deer hunting before, and I set him up in a tree stand, and I was, 20 yards from him on the same tree line. And said, all right, if a big buck walks out, you can shoot it or whatever. Well, I've been targeting this buck all season, and that daggone buck came out that night, right before dark, all that. I was like, shoot, man, that's the one I've been targeting. And I want my buddy to kill one because he's never killed one. My preacher, he's never killed one before. And I wanted him to kill it. But I wanted to kill that big buck, man. You know how it is. Well, anyway, I said, shoot. I'm gonna shoot this thing. Well, I pulled my rifle up and I put my crosshairs up. Got it dead on. Pow! I said, wait, that sounded like 2 gunshots. Like I shot, but I could have heard him shoot too, and I was like, surely not. At the exact same time. Well, we go over there, and he was like, man, I just killed that buck. I just killed that buck. I was like, nah, man, I don't think you did. I think I killed it. And now here I am about to argue with my preacher about if he killed that buck or if I killed that buck. I said, all right, dude, listen. There's only one way to know. We'll take it to the taxidermist because it's a trophy buck. We'll take it to the taxidermist and he's a professional. He'll tell us who killed this buck. Well, we took that deer over there. Sure enough, the taxidermist looked at me and goes, Hank, because that preacher killed that buck. I said, there ain't no way. How do you know that preacher? How you know I didn't kill it? How you know he killed it? He goes, well, the bullet went in one ear and out the other. Oh gosh, I'm never taking my preacher deer hunting again. You know what I mean? You know. All right, we almost there. This is it. That's all we got to do. So from about that corner to about right here, we'll go take that feeder out. So that probably ain't. That might be 100 yards, 75 yards, 100 yards, something like that. So we'll disc down. Actually, I'll go down there and pull that out first, and then I'll disc up this way and all that stuff. It's no big deal. I think what I'll just try to do is just wrap it, like figure eight it or something, and then see if I can get it that way. You know, just choke it enough to pull it out of the ground there. That's how that works. It is concreted in there, so it'll be interesting. Yeah, simple enough. He's going to actually throw this away, I think. I asked him if he'd let me have it. He goes, well, it's all broke. And it got holes all in the bottom here, behind it. All right, let's move it. He said just lay it off to the side. So that's what we shall do. Maybe that'll work. All right, you guys ready? I'm gonna hightail it out of here. Here we go. All right. We'll do 3 passes, maybe 4. All right, last pass. Then we'll take a picture and send it to them. Now I'll tell you something funny I think I'm going to do. All right, here we go. I'll tell you something funny. I'm going to take a picture and send it to them. But I think it'd be funny if I sent them a thing and be like, all right, man, $200. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. But I think it would be funny if I did that. Send them a picture right quick. Just tell them, say, there you go, buddy. Yeah, so now he's got it. Hey, listen, I appreciate you guys tagging along with me. A short video. It literally took me longer to hook this thing up and edit it, and get it done before, than opposed to doing the job. So help your neighbors out. It's important. You know what I'm saying? God bless you guys. Read your Bibles. It's super important. All right. Love you guys. See you.